Hello everyone, my name is Brandy. I'm the Hunter-Proof Quilter and this is my quilting corner. How is everyone today? Let's see who's here today. Hi Sandra, hi Nina, hi Mona. How is everyone today? So it's been a week and my work schedule is probably changing on Saturday, and so it may be changing to a crazy shift, and well, we'll figure that out when that happens. Hi Katie. So this week I have been experimenting with my decorative stitches on my machine as a way of quilting my quilts. So I've talked about it that I have all these quilt tops. Hi Lori. That I have all these quilt tops that hi Kathy, that I just need to get quilted. And sometimes my space, while I have the Sew Steady arms, there's not a lot of room right here. I love my Sew Steady arms, and when I go to retreat, I use those bad boys and I free motion quilt, and I can, hi June, and it's great. But our machines come with these great stitches. I mean, if you have a machine that has decorative stitches, use those bad boys. So I have started playing around with them, and I managed to get that quilt done in an hour and a half. And I basically just did, I don't even know what stitch it was, stitch 68 on my Pfaff, which is just a little swirly line. And I just did it 4 inches apart all the way through the quilt. I didn't worry about where the blocks were, use a variegated thread, and I actually think it turned out really well. It gave it some depth, some texture. So now I'm working on another one, and I've just done all the binding strips is basically what I did. I did all the, not the binding, all the stashing blocks. And then I'll go back through and like outline with a different decorative stitch each of the flowers. Anyway, so, but we had an exciting week this week. So my husband was camping. We got a lot done. I got oven mitts made and pot holders made, and it's amazing how much time a man takes when he's here. I'm just saying. It's not like I do a lot of cooking or anything like that, but I got a lot done while he was gone. I'm just saying. But while he was gone, I was playing around on Facebook Marketplace, and he was down almost to Texas. And I live in Oklahoma City, for those of you who don't know. And I was looking around, and some of you know I got an accuquilt cutter for my birthday in February. And I got a couple of dies. Woo! Those things can get expensive really quickly, but they're worth it. I'm telling you, no measuring, they're so worth it. So I was cruising around on Facebook Marketplace, and I saw that a lady was selling 17 dies. She was selling 17 dies, and the Go machine, was it the Go, and the Go Me, and a bunch of cutting mats. Hi, Nancy. And so I sent it to my husband. I was half joking, you know, half serious, or I wouldn't have sent it to him to begin with. I sent it to him and I said, hey, you want to swing by Antler, Oklahoma and pick this up for me on your way home? So we did some back and forth talking about it, and he sent back, hey, well, find out where she wants to meet and what time. And so, yeah, well, we all know that my space is really small, so we're not going to go through all the dies, but we're going to go through the ones that I'm going to use, and we're going to go through the machines today. But we also have a couple other things. What did I do with them? So I'm getting ready to do my first legit kits. I did get that. A little scary, all them small little pieces. A little nervous. I finally bit the bullet, and I got me some acorn juice. I got me one of those acorn pins. One of those acorn starch pins. We'll see what all the fuss is about. Came with some extra juice, but yeah, I got me a pin. And some juice. So, got that. It came with some glue, which I have some of this. I think I got it in a So sampler box. I got me some 80 weight thread. I want to try. I was watching Sewing Machines Plus. As a matter of fact, I was watching when Ian won, when they announced that Ian won. I was actually watching that. A lady said to use 60 in your bobbin and 80 in the top, and your seams will melt away. So I'm gonna try that because I'm up for trying new things. Okay, so back to our stuff. So check out this bad boy. All the paperwork is still here. I have all the paperwork for this. Doesn't even look like it's been used. Crazy. Let's see if I can drop it. So it still has all the paperwork. Let's see if I can throw my machine out of whack here. All right. So we have that. And that one's just the Go. Yes, that one's the AccuQuilt Go. All right. This one is still in the box. Guys, this one is still in the box. And I'll tell you, it was less than a quarter of a cost if I had bought everything myself. I was adding it up and went in and priced all the dies, all the machines, everything. And we spent a quarter. We paid for everything. It was a quarter of the cost of what it would have been if I had bought everything. Never even been open. Look at this. This is cute. This is the Go Me. Like I said, hadn't even been opened, so of course it still has all the paperwork. It came with its die board mat. It came with these two dies. Isn't that the cutest little thing? Isn't that adorable? Look at this thing. Isn't it so cute? It's just adorable. I mean, it's so adorable. Good grief. I'm gonna work out. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have been able to get that had he not been camping, because there's where they are compared to where I am, it would have been too far away. Now you can cut fabric. Yes, I can. My husband said something. I said, no, the machines you're picking up aren't electric. And he goes, oh, they're not? I said, no. He was like, oh, okay. Okay. I can never get stuff back in the way they came out. Look at that. For one. So, those back in there. Not that those need to go back in there, but for the sake of my space, we're putting that back in there. All right, so like I said, she did mention that there were 17 dies and cutting mats and then the 2 machines. She didn't even name the dies. Thank goodness I didn't end up buying this one. It's the 2.5 inch strip die. So, got this one. And now this one has obviously been used, but there are several dies that have not. And that plastic is toast. Oh, look, I actually made the trash can. That's a miracle. This one is the 1.5 inch strip die. So got both of those 2 dies. Then here's all the paperwork for the go. So yes, yes, Florence, you can. So the cube sets that AccuQuilt has, they have cube sets. You can take those and regular patterns, you can convert them from those. Like they have the 5, the 8, the 9, the 10, and the 12, and then each of those blocks can make any traditional block there is. It has all those little pieces. And I may not have said this in the beginning, but I am not an affiliate. I don't get any money for them. I just love this system. Okay, so tons of boards that had been used, but a ton that didn't. There are, this is a set of 5x10. There's 2 of them in here. 6x12, there's 2 in there. There's 2 6x12s in here. There's 2 10x10s in here. These bad boys themselves are expensive enough. There's only 1 in here, but this one's a 6x24. There are 2 10x24 in here. And then there were a whole bunch of used mats. So there were all those. And then as a surprise, one used AccuQuilt ruler and one still in the package. So it was a huge score. That's the one thing my husband is really good. He really knows the deal when he sees one. So I am anxious to start. I think that's what got me rolling on getting some of these quilted up so I could get the binding rolling on them, because now I got a way to cut the binding up really good. I'm excited for the strip dies, because this was going to be my next buy. Was that we talked about this, remember? Everybody was sold out of the 2.5 inch strip die, and I was trying to find it. And then there's the Star Path, the Hunter, the Hunter's block, the Hunter Star, the Snail Trail, the Maple Leaf. There's some 3-inch, 8-inch squares, some half square triangle ones. There's all kinds of other ones. I just don't have the space to bring them all in here. They're in the garage because there's nowhere to put them. Yeah. So yeah, it was a really good find. I think the first one, besides the strip dies, of course, that I'm going to use is I really want to use the Star Path one. I think that's a really cool block. I had never seen that block, and I just think that's a really cool block. I went to the AccuQuilt YouTube page and started looking at that block. And I think that's just a really cool block. So I think that's that's the actual block I'm going to use, but the strip die is the first one I'm going to actually, so I can get the binding done on these bad boys. So what's everybody else got going on right now that I'm done with my show and tell? Strip dies are awesome. June has the go. Lori has the go. Oh no, Lori's got to go. She was like, "Hi, bye, gotta go." I was like, "Wait, she has to go." No, she's got to go. So yeah, now I have my electric, and now I have a travel one. Just cutting out a block. I have actually been in here most of the day, trying to organize in here. This hubby's really got to order his furniture and move into his spare room because I need the space. And I will use the strip dies a lot. Yeah, I'm thinking so. I am thinking so. I am thinking I will. And it seems as they're going to be the first ones. My thread came undone. Yeah, so it's been a oh, he started a call and then he realized what time it was. I am still making a 9 patch in houses. I'm still making the 9 patch in oh, gotcha. I gotcha. I was like, what is she doing? So I'm excited about all the different dies. Because you guys have been on here enough times to know that I miscut all the time. I mismeasure all the time. I mean, how many times have I been over here and went, okay, so we needed this and this and this and this, and then it went, well, how did I end up with that size? Yeah, because I can't talk and cut at the same time. But now I can run it through the AccuQuilt while I'm talking and not mismeasure anything. I'm just saying. It'll be great. It'll be great. And once we have more space and we're a little more spread out, it'll be much better. So yeah, but I think my next actual purchase on AccuQuilt will probably be one of the cube sets so that I can, so that I have all the different little things. And then with the shop hop, I got to start on those blocks. I was missing the one. I called the quilt shop and they were supposed to be sending me, because they were supposed to send me the one block that they had ran out of when I had stopped by there. And I called them and I let them know that I hadn't gotten it. And so, hi Steelers fan, how are you? You did make it to alive. And they had said they were going to send me the block. Well, that was like Thursday. Well, it's Wednesday now, and I still haven't gotten the block. Now, Oklahoma to Oklahoma shouldn't take that long. I mean, I know. So I don't know what's going on with that, but the plans for that is all the blocks are flower blocks, and I showed you guys that what the layout looked like, and I've decided that the 4 corners are going to have the beehives in the 4 corners from the AccuQuilt bee and beehive die. And then I'm gonna do little bees on each of the I was on Cotton Cut's live chat this morning. Kim said they cut 75,000 to 100,000 accuquilt cuts monthly. Yeah, their kits are accuquilt cuts because they're so accurate. The Go Me just attacked me. I'm being attacked. Now I lost my train of thought because because they are so accurate. So yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. That's a lot of material to cut. I was just thinking about that. I was thinking that's a lot of material. That's a lot of cutting to do. And if you, hi Deb, how are you? Could you imagine having to rotary cut all that? Could you imagine that? You'd have purple tunnel. Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, these, yeah, too much cutting for you. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's crazy. But yeah, that AccuQuilt really takes the pain out of cutting. And whether you get the crank machine or the because the Go Me right now, the Go Me on AccuQuilt is $99. And I think the Go is only $300 right now on AccuQuilt because it's Machine Madness, and they have bundles. If you haven't gotten one and you're looking for one, and like I said, I don't get anything for this. They don't even know my name. Now is the time to go get one with Machine Madness, and I think there's only a couple more days left of it. As a matter of fact, my husband made some wisecrack when because he got my machine for me, and it's $200 cheaper this month. And he was like, well, can we take this one back and reorder? And I was like, yeah, I don't think it works that way. So I should have contacted him and said, hey, we just got this 2 weeks ago and now you're having a sale. Is there like a 30-day guarantee? I should have checked into that. There might have been. I don't think so, but would have been worth it. But anywho, so I'm experimenting a lot. I'm experimenting with threads, thread colors, thread stitches. We're going to try these different thread weights. Like I said, I was watching the Sewing Machine Plus educators, and I'm going to see if that really does anything. We'll see. And I'm almost positive that we got it on the 20. We got my machine on the 24th, and the machines went on sale on the 1st of March. So I'm almost positive. They might have given you a credit on some of the, yeah, there you go. Maybe. I should have called them. I don't know if it's too late now, because now it's been a month. So let's see, what else do we have? I already talked about schedule changes. We'll see how that goes. If my schedule does change, it's going to be for a couple of weeks. It'll be like a 2 to 11, 2 in the afternoon to 11. If that happens, I might try to go live before I go to work. Like maybe a lunchtime live. Because I don't know what my new off days will be if that happens. And I don't know that that's what's going to happen. They're just making some changes, and it's only going to be for a couple weeks because I do go on my big vacation, April 15th. So the week of April 15th through the 25th, there will be no lives on those 2 Wednesdays. because I will be in Mexico scuba diving and no YouTube under the water. I will have lots of videos though to upload and show, but there's no YouTube under the water. I don't think I can do a live from the ocean floor. I don't think it works very well. I think the audio would be horrible. So that's going to be fun. I'm a little nervous because I've never gone scuba diving with everywhere we've done scuba diving. It's the creatures, the sea life has always been smaller than me. So I've never been fearful or anything. This trip is actually to go scuba diving with giant manta rays that are as big as that freaking house. I mean, at least that's how it looks to me, but I don't think they're that big. But the people look little tiny next to these giant manta rays. So I'm a little nervous. I mean, I'm a little nervous. I mean, they're big. They're big. I will be swimming with sharks because one of the things you can get on this trip is a shark identification certification, because there are so many different varieties of shark during this trip that you can actually get a certification for it. I don't need another certification, although I may get one just because I can. But yeah, it's called the Socorro Islands in Mexico, and it's a liveaboard, which is very similar to a cruise ship, but it's smaller. You know, there's only 20 of us, not counting the crew. 4 dives a day. Not, you don't dive the first day out and the last day back because you can't fly and dive in the same day. So, and it's basically 7 days out there diving and then the 2 on the way back. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited and, like I said, nervous. So, but yeah, no lives on those 2 Wednesdays. So, but I'll remember to remind you guys when we get closer to that. Where do you find this at? The liveaboard that we're going on. So, the liveaboard is through our local dive company. We go through a place called Nautical Adventures out of Cookson, Oklahoma, and they set everything up for us. They set up the liveaboard. The only thing we did was get our flight. Yeah, I know I'll have fun. And I asked my husband, I said, am I spending actually any time inland? Do I get to go shopping? I have to get a thimble because I've started buying thimbles when we travel. I need to get a thimble. And we will get there a little bit before we get on the boat and leave. So we will be able to do just a tiny bit of shopping before we get on the boat. But yeah, and I don't know what the name of the vessel is that the liveaboard is through. My husband has all that information. Can I be a carry-on? A friend of mine always says that she wants to go with us, and he said, well, tell her to get her gear together. She just needs to let me know when she wants to go. But she would snorkel. She would stay up. Plus fabric shopping, right? Actually, we went to Bonaire, and there's no fabric in Bonaire either. I was a little disappointed. I'm like Googling quilt places. No quilt places. We moved to Bonaire and set up a quilt shop. I'm just saying. My husband can be a dive master, and I will set up a quilt shop. Live on the beach. Dreams. We all got to have dreams. So I've been chit-chatting a lot, and I was going to go through my stitches and see what kind of stitches we were going to go around these little flowers today and see if we can't knock some of this out. Let's see. So this is broke up in utility stitches, quilt stitches, art stitches, and then it's satin stitches. I have a pretty nifty little machine here, although I really want an embroidery machine. The more and more that I see what you can do with an embroidery machine, but those things they cost the same as a small car, for crying out loud. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So it's really hard to see on that thing. I still have my handy dandy book here. All right. Now we got to shine on my book. So let me I have no idea what just fell behind me, but this place is a mess. So, you know, I got so much stuff everywhere. It's not even funny. Did my face freeze? I wish it would have froze like 20 years ago. So my camera's freezing up. Are we any better? Yeah, this one always does that. I always forget to turn the Wi-Fi off on the phone. Is that any better? If I turn the Wi-Fi off on the phone, it usually allows the Wi-Fi to have less issues, because not so much is trying to run off of it. Or did I lose everybody? Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. It wants a different foot. Let's see. Okay. A2. So I just take a piece of scrap batting, which I cut off the other quilt back there last night. It's got a piece of batting and a piece of backing, and I test the stitches before I play with them, just to see what they're going to look like. And if I even like them. Sometimes I don't, because I don't like that one at all. Okay. Let's see. Well, that one's very similar to the one that we were doing, so we don't want that one. Let's see. I wonder how that would look. Let's make it wider. Let's try that. You know what? I think I might do that one. It's like a little leaf. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. It's not very well. So it's a little leaf, but I think I'm going to do that around the flowers. Now, you can change on my machine, you can change how long it is. Let me see. That one was a really long, the leaves are really far apart. Let's see. I like that one much better. So we're going to drop it down to 8. Now remember, we're just playing with this, so doesn't matter if it's perfect, doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go straight up the middle here. Let's see. No, I don't want to go that way. And see, that's the problem with me starting right there, because now I decided that's not where I want to start. And we already got to get the divorce lawyer out. All right. But the one thing about decorative stitches is they're really easy to see. And usually that means they're really easy to pull out. My bobbin acted all crazy earlier, and I had to pull a whole row out. And it drove me crazy, but it was actually pretty quick because I could see all the stitches pretty good, and so it wasn't too bad. I think I want to start at the top and go around. I don't know why I was thinking I was going to start at the bottom. Because I'm doing decorative stitches, I have to be careful which way I try to go, because they are decorative, so the machine will only go a certain way. It's not like free motion, where you can go any direction you want. So we're gonna go right here. I mean, if it doesn't look good, no harm, no foul. I mean, it's a quilt. It'll be fine. And watch fingers. A finished quilt is good, right? Finished is better than perfect. And like I said, I'm experimenting. So, I mean, experiments aren't always going to be perfect. So I mean, you're going to live and learn, and I'm playing around with color and thread. I mean, I may find things that I don't like. I may find things that I do like. I may decide it's too much to go around each and every single flower. I may decide, you know, who knows what I'll decide. I mean, we'll see how one flower looks, and then we'll go from there. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but that is not what that was supposed to do. Let's see. Where did I get all catty-wonky there? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Okay. We're still fine. We're just going to go back to the top here. I think I was watching the chat, and I think I started pulling the fabric. It's the one thing about the decorative stitches. They do end up tying a lot of threads. But that's okay. I'm having fun. And I think that matters more. Just saying. We should be enjoying the process. Don't you agree? Well, we're coming around the corner here. I'm not sure I like the leaves as much as I thought I did. Or at least not as closely as I or maybe now that I'm getting a little more of a hang of it here. I think I was pulling the fabric a little too much in the beginning and not letting it pull it at its feed dog's pull like it's supposed to. I'm getting better stitches now, second half here. The second half this other side looks much better than the first side. Yes, June, let's have fun with it. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, I really think that quilting is an art, and these are just part of our tools, and have fun with it. Create. Yeah, I got on top of myself too much right there, but hey, live and learn. I set my stitches as large as I can. See, and that's what I did when I was looking at it. And I almost left it at that, and then I ended up shrinking them. And so, see, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that. Let's see if I can get you guys down a little bit closer. You gotta now it's gotta there we go. Okay, so these ones are nicely grouped together because I let the sewing machine do its thing. Over here, I was pulling the sewing machine. And I was pulling the stitches, and so it didn't do such a good job over here. But like I said, once I got the hang of it and I let the machine do what it was supposed to do, the leaves started forming the way they were supposed to, except for right here. I think I looked up at the chat and I got on top of myself. But all in all, I learned, you got to let the machine do its thing and not pull on it. So I'm not unhappy with it. This whole experiment with the thread and the stitches is exactly that. It's an experiment. Let's see what we can do with this. We have all these stitches that we don't use half the time. Let's do it. So yeah. And I made a stitch book, I think, when I first got the machine, and I haven't touched the stitches since then. So I may take these ones out. They should be pretty easy to take back out. We'll see. And I may leave them there because you know what? It was a learning experience. So this may be my learn block, and then I know what to do on the rest of the blocks. So I'm not worried about it. All in all, I don't think it turned out too bad. Bring it back up here. One of these days I'll get a camera. I do have a camera that does that. I just don't have the buttons to be able to do it from the computer to make it zoom in and out on its own. Yeah. So all in all, I think that was a pretty good test of the things we can do with our stitches. And I'll finish up the blocks, and like I said, I may do a different stitch for each block. I don't know. I haven't decided yet because we're going to create. Well, guys, we're getting close to the end. So it's been an adventure this week, and yes, relax and let the machine do the work. I'm telling you, you can definitely tell where I tried to pull it along because you get so used to doing that. You're used to like, okay, come on, and you can't do that when it's doing decorative stitches. You've got to let the machine do its thing. It'll move when it's time. So relax, man. You just gotta relax and let it flow. So I'm glad you made the live too, Sandra. It has been great chit-chatting with you all. I appreciate you all hanging out with me. And like I always say, go out there, find some gorgeous fabric, make some fabulous quilts. Try not to spend too much time with that divorce lawyer, and I will see you next time. You guys have a wonderful week. Have lots of creative juices flowing and play with those decorative stitches. Get those decorative stitches out and get them on those quilts. Create some quilt art. You guys all have a great time. Bye.